Welcome to a Starlight the Clown balloon tutorial. I'm going to show you some skills you can use anytime you make a balloon. First and foremost, stretch it. If you can't stretch it quite so far, grab it in half and stretch this part. Keeping your fingers where they are, grab it on the other side, pull it, and stretch the other side. You can stretch it in parts. Just make sure the whole thing gets stretched. Okay, let's go over pumping up a balloon with one of these, because I find a lot of people, especially kids with smaller hands, can't really do it that well intuitively. So I'm going to show you a trick or two real quick. I'm going to stand up so you can see my hands. You're going to want to grip it with your thumb and forefinger on the pump, not after, on the pump. Then you're going to want to grip it like that with your other three fingers. Pull it out, push it in. Alright, now you're going to want to do that fast, several times in a row. When you're ready to let it come off, you need to slide your fingers down and pinch the balloon off there. Okay? Watch me do it one more time. Slide the nozzle on. Uh-oh. I inverted the nozzle a little. There we go. And grip it fast. And then slide it off. But keep that nozzle gripped. When you inflate a balloon, you're going to want to tie it. Here's how I do it. Hold onto it, pinch it with two fingers, just like that. Thumb on the other side. And take your other hand and wrap it around in the this side of the balloon, see? I'll show you a couple more times. Wrap it around your two fingers. Pull it around the balloon and let it rest between the two fingers. Then just pull it through with the same two fingers. If you need a little extra, what you can do is make a little bubble and release it so that you have a longer nozzle. Tie it around the back side of your fingers. Pull it right through. This is a helpful skill that's used in most of the basic balloon shapes. It's called a lock twist or a three bubble twist. Start by making, you guessed it, 3 bubbles. Make them all about the same length. Then all you have to do is put bubble 2 with bubble 3 and twist them around. You'll get a head of a dog or a rabbit or most of the creatures out there, or big legs, you know. So there you go. Let's talk about making a chain of bubbles. Here's my balloon, fully stretched and inflated. All I'm going to do is make a chain of bubbles so I can show you how to hold it correctly. Start by twisting one bubble. Now you're going to hold that bubble like that. Go to the next one. Twist another twist. Hold the first bubble and the last bubble all the time. Eventually, you're going to want to hold it with your pinky. And you can continue to do that as long as you need, and there's a lot of shapes that actually do use that. Here's how you make a loop twist. Start with a bubble, or it can actually be the first bubble if you use the nozzle. You'll see what I mean. Bend it over so that there's a loop. And twist that first bubble around. It looks a lot like a lock twist, but it's a loop. You can make a quick, easy retwist off doing that. See, it's all loops. You can make that in like 2 seconds and impress everyone. It'll be amazing. Ha! Here's how you can make a loop if it's the first bubble of your balloon. You start by bending. Just take the nozzle, make a twist, hold the nozzle and tie it around, push it through. Let's make a pinch twist. We'll need a 1-inch bubble somewhere in our balloon. Something like that. Okay? We're going to grip it with a claw finger and spin it all the way around. That's called a pinch twist. I'll show you one more time. Little bubble, claw fingers, and manually twist the balloon. Just like that. Should look a little something like that. And what's great is that holds it to an angle. Here's a challenging thing you can try. Make a pinch twist. Just like that. Down the center. This way. Try to twist it again into 2 smaller pieces. This takes a lot of practice. But eventually, it should look something like, something like that. After lots and lots of practice, you can get them to be the same size. When they look like that, twist them around each other. So that they stay. And I didn't even tell you the best part. Now that we have that, we can do something really special with our scissors. And look closely. Come to the edge. We're going to pop this bubble. We can use a safety bubble. Just like that, by pinching the air away from one side. Now we've got, we've got 2 sealed balloons. This is perfect for some of my tricks I'll show you later. Why? Because I don't have time right now. Let's begin mastering the tulip twist. Okay, here's what you're going to do. You're going to take your inflated balloon. You're going to push the nozzle into the front, right into the end. You're going to grip the nozzle on the balloon from the outside with your other hand. You just have to wiggle that finger out of there. And you should be left twist around the nozzle so that the nozzle is now held inside the balloon by the twist. Okay? Should end up with something like that. It's good for pig snouts or tulip flowers or any number of other things. Sometimes in my videos I might say you need to soften the bubble. To soften the bubble, this is all you do. Like you're going to make a regular bubble for any other lock twist. Grip it, but then you're going to want to use your other hand to squeeze just a little bit of the air out of that part of the balloon. And you can have a softened bubble. Now you see how it's just a little bit thinner here. And I can squeeze it without even hurting the bubble. That's what it means to soften the bubble. Now if I squeeze it here on this side, it'll push all the way over. If I make a tight bubble that isn't softened, like that one, and I squeeze it, wouldn't you know it pops. So when I say soften the bubble, that means take a little bit of the air out so that you can use it. Let's move the air from one part of a bubble to another, like you'll do when you make a poodle's tail. First thing to do is squeeze down, just like you're going to make a twist, but don't even make a twist. Just push the air with your other hand until it's all the way out into its desired position. You can use this to make those dovetails for swampy scenes. You can use it to make the tails for poodles and other animals that have tails like that. You can do any number of little things. You can make nunchucks with it. You can have 3 bubbles instead of 2. You can make a chain of sausages is one thing I've seen. I know, sausages. What if we've made our balloon animal and the tail is just too darn long? Here's what we can do. We'll use a safety bubble and squeeze like that. Now, we'll wrap it around our fingers, maybe 3 fingers. We'll wrap it around our fingers like that and squeeze on the other side too, so that we have a simple uninflated part right here. And we'll use our scissors carefully to clip that. That piece is gone. Forget it. Now we use another safety bubble to make sure we have enough of the balloon left over to tie off just like we did the nozzle. Uh-oh, that's not enough. Let's let some more air out. Be careful. And that is how you deflate the end of the balloon. The last skill I have to show you for now is how to make a bird body. I have this inflated balloon. I've already done this. And now we're going to make a bird body. I'm going to leave a little bit at this end. Not much, but just enough to bend. Then with this area here, I'm going to make 3 equal sized bubbles. Starting with a lock twist. Now we're going to make a 3rd equal sized bubble. And we're simply going to press it into the other 2. Push it right through. So what we've got now is a little body that looks like a bird body might be swimming. Tuck in that tail and bend it. Uh-oh. You can deflate the rest here. This is an alternate way of making a swan or a duck or a goose that you can only get by watching my skills video, this video.